What about the Liberal Party? Let's look at the Green Party. What we have to talk about is a perspective and link it all together. Peace, order, and good government.
Anger and frustration filled the room at Buddies in Bad Times Theater last weekend as queer folks had their say at a debate panel concerning this month's federal election.
The social human safety net has got to be talked about, and that's the problem with this election. That's what gets me mad.
The main topic, how queers can throw conservative leader and Prime Minister Stephen Harper out of office. The debate, which was organized by Toronto's Xtra, featured a panel of prominent queer activists who each gave their 2 cents on the Harper government and this year's election.
I have never been as frightened of a government as I am of this one. I've seen some pretty nasty people in office.
I'm absolutely terrified to see a conservative majority.
Topics of the night included funding for the arts, the age of consent, trans rights, voting strategies, and the queer class division.
I know a lot of queer people who are voting conservative. People with money want to keep their money. And it's even queer people.
But as audience members listened on, tensions over what to do became greater.
I'm really frustrated by what I'm hearing.
We're having this discussion, but we're silencing people and we're not campaigning the way that we're talking we should be campaigning.
This election that we are going into could be perhaps the most significant election since the free trade election.
I'm sick and tired of hearing the conservative thing about Christian families. If they're so Christian, why aren't they looking at their brothers and sisters next door?
All of our human rights arguments, they're shaky because people are scared. It's not voter apathy, it's voter terror.
That the Harper Tories are scary, and we should be afraid because they will hurt us.
Zara, I feel like you've fallen exactly into Stephen Harper's trap, which was to separate people and to divide people into this class war.
I came here to have an intelligent discussion about the complexities of what's needed for a strong political movement.
I'm honestly hearing a lot of inconsistencies on this panel.
Your little summation is a little bit trite.
We need to have our own party, period.
I'm a philosophical conservative before I'm a political conservative, so I strongly believe in limited government.
This country is founded by peace, order, and good government, and that is being replaced in this election. So think about this, sir, when you talk about small order and good government.
Opinions were heard long into the night, but reactions to the debate were mixed.
I thought there could have been a bit more policy discussion, a bit more focus on like what's actually going on.
I thought individually the panel members did a really good job. I thought it was very disappointing the number of people who actually showed up.
I think my frustration with the panel tonight was that there was very little strategy going on, and that there is an election in 2 weeks. Harper's going to get a majority, and we need clear ideas of how we can stop that.
I thought they were great panelists.
I thought they were reasonably good. I didn't think they were very well read because they didn't really refer to events in the news.
I wish they spoke more about how to strategize.
More trans issues might have been able to be covered.
It would have been nice to learn a little bit more that we didn't know before.
I was just a little confused by a lot of the comments that people made, especially around strategic voting.
I learned a lot. I really felt good to be involved in the political process in some way.
This year's federal election takes place on October 14th. For more information on how to vote, visit Elections Canada online at www.electionscanada.ca. For Xtra.ca, I'm Michael Pihach.